Jason going muskie fishing in the beginning of March? Might not used to seeing open water. I've got some guys following us, and we're going to the honey hole, and I don't want to have competition up there today because we're going to catch all the giants. So in a second here, there's going to be a boat going flying right by us. Oh, wait a minute. They're the guys I'm guiding tomorrow.
They are?
Yeah. Oops. Basically, oh man, he just had a bunch of shad come out of the water as soon as his lure hit the water. So what we're doing is we're basically just trying to find the warmest water. Right now, on this point, the sun's been hitting it for a while, and we're marking like 43.5-degree water, which is a lot warmer than anything we've seen so far. And we got shad busting
Right
out of the water as soon as his lure hits the water. I mean, that's, now you're in the feeding zone. We definitely know there's bait fish here, and the water's warm. But if you look at the water clarity, we only got maybe a foot of visibility at tops. So what we're doing is we're using these jointed believers, because basically a jointed believer is about the loudest lure that you could possibly throw, because it makes a real loud clacking noise. You know, the two joints are hitting each other the whole time underwater, and it makes a lot of noise, so these fish can find it in this muddy water. So over the years, I've just found that these are about the best baits you can throw in muddy water. But this looks good. Just about every cast that the lure hits the water, shad are flying out of the water, so there's definitely some fish here. So let's see if we can get one now. See, there's some other life jackets. Oh, I do have 4 in here. So we are legal. I mean, people think that they eat a lot of suckers, and I'm sure they do eat their share of them, but these muskies spend pretty much their entire life in this lake chasing the schools of shad. And then what I do as a fisherman is that's all I do is chase shad. You don't even necessarily have to know what muskies are doing, or even how to, learn the different seasons, or patterns for muskies. Just basically learn the shad patterns and be able to stay on top of the shad all year long, and then, the muskie's gonna be right there. Okay. How'd you like that? Woo! Get out of the way so we can get some good. Ooh, I can't even talk right now.
That's nice one there.
You see that fish charge the boat as soon as it hit?
She
just came charging at me.
That's nice. And you see him, Carl?
That's on that new colored
That's not
believer.
hooked very good.
I'm gonna have to baby this fish here for a second because she ain't hooked real good, I don't think. What do you think, Jason? Beginning of March, everybody else up north is bitching and moaning about frozen ice. We're down here hooking muskies. Okay, she's gonna go down into the motors here. Get away. Maybe step back. Let you get the net under.
She ain't hooked that yet.
I think she's got that front hook pretty good on the one side of her mouth.
I think so.
Boy, she hit like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And what did we just get done saying? Some shad were popping right there.
What time is it?
Probably about close to 11. I think you can get her now. All right.
Got one in the boat.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right. Look at that.
Got
Trick
one.
butt.
What you think she is?
Probably about 38.
38?
Yep. That'd be my guess.
You got the net there?
Yep. Grab that rod. Okay. Come on, girl.
Now she's going to put up a fight.
Yeah, now she's going to go nuts.
How about that?
Yeah.
2 strikes so far. Carl's first season.
Yeah, she did have that front hook pretty good in the corner of her mouth. Come on, girl, help me out here.
She rushed that, or?
Yeah, she came at it and hit it. Did you see how quickly she ran into the boat as soon as I set the hook?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Damn, that's in that little jaw part. All right, get down there. One nice thing about this cold water, 43-degree water, is fish are pretty hardy. I want to get her rolled up on her upright. Well, I told Mark Castisha from Frable Nets that the first day I wore my Frable hat was last week and caught a fish, and this is the second time I've worn this hat, caught a fish, so Mark's gonna be loving me.
Yeah, we get the unlucky hat. Yeah, we get the
Oh yeah, that's good. Well, she's not tagged.
Don't you get in the water?
Well, it's a chunky fish.
That's healthy fish.
You think of that?
Alright.
Sweet, huh? It's got a nice girth to it. Sweet.
Smell that.
They even get kind of bleached
Touch it and
out.
Smell that.
See that in the murky water? They get kind of bleached out. They don't have a lot of color.
Those kind of have a blue iridescence.
Yep. And usually they take off fast. As soon as you put them in the water, they're gone. All right.
Can you smell it?
That'll work.
I can
Yeah,
smell
good
it.
job, bud.
Good deal, huh? Kick butt. Well, let's go get some more. There's bigger fish around here. Not bad. Beginning of March. Out catching muskies.
11.
You know, even though we're dealing with pretty cold water, you know, we're looking at, you know, low 40s, 42, 43 degree water temps. These fish have to feed, even though the water's cold, because, you know, we're in a pre-spawn pattern right now. And in about 3 or 4 weeks, these muskies are going to be spawning. So they have to provide energy for those eggs, you know, so they got to feed pretty regularly. You know, where you take this type of water temperature in late fall, and it's pretty hard to catch them when the water's around 40 degrees in the fall, but 40 degree water in the spring is a whole different ball game because of the fact that those females have to provide energy to, you know, let those eggs mature and develop. So I mean, we catch a lot of fish out here. The fish I caught last week was in 38 degree water.
You think them having late fall, they're used to that warmer weather, just affects them a little?
Well, you know what it is I think it's a big misconception. A lot of people say that, you know, in late fall the fish put on a feed bag, so to speak, because the winter's coming up. That's actually not the truth. You know, people catch these fish in the late fall and see that they're real fat, and they figure that it's because, you know, the fish have been feeding so much. And that's not the case, because the reason those fish are getting fat in the fall is they're already started to develop a lot of eggs. I mean, these fish start growing eggs at the end of the summer. So by late fall, they've already accumulated quite a bit of mass of eggs in them. You know, they're still hard and nowhere near being ripe, but that's what makes them look so fat. It's not that they're feeding more often, because you know, the bottom line is these are cold-blooded animals, and when the water gets to 40 degrees in late fall, their metabolism is so slow that they don't have to feed very often. So they're not putting on a feed bag. But the reason they're fat is because of all the eggs that are growing in them. So everyone thinks they're so fat because of the food, but it's not. It's the eggs.
For nothing though here, right?
Well, yeah, here now in the spring, you know, even in February and March with cold water, it doesn't matter. Those fish have to feed to provide energy for the eggs. So, I mean, that's why, you know, they're pretty easy to catch. All right, see that. Hi. That's one thing my dad loves, is he's the one who got me started fishing when I was a kid. So every time we catch one out here, I call my dad on the cell phone. And there's been a lot of times where he's having a horrible day at work, you know, just nothing but problems.
Cheer 'em up.
I'll cheer him up so fast by calling him, tell him I got a big one or something. So he absolutely loves to hear from me when I'm out on the water.
That was a good hook set too. That was a real good hook set.
How big do you think?
Well, it was probably about 39, 40. Yeah, it was a pretty thick fish though. All I could see was just the white of his mouth, just like this,
Jeez.
just coming up, and then then he just went. Oh.
We're out working this medium-sized lake this evening, and basically it's a work week. Worked hard today, and that's all right though, because we can still get our fishing time in the evening. The The weather has been really warm. Actually, we're really getting into a summer pattern with the weather. Last few days, it's just been bright and sunny and hot, and we're really thinking that these muskies are going to start on a nighttime pattern here. This will be the start of it. But they should be moving tonight. We're seeing some bass, it looks like, feeding in this bay in front of us. I think they're feeding on mayflies. But if the mayflies are coming up back here, I'm sure the walleyes and the perch are here, and the muskies will be right behind them. There's some big muskies in this lake. It's only about 500 acres, but it's got some real hogs.
We're fishing the edge of a rock bar here. Actually, it's a very steep break off. It just drops right off down in 20 feet and tops off at about 4. And I'm working the edge here with a black hyphen teaser tail. And this is a pretty clear water lake, and also we've got like nice clear skies. And this bait actually seems like it gives a great silhouette. We've raised a lot of fish in this lure, and especially on these rock bars, these fish love it. We've got tons of bait fish just jumping around this whole area here. We've seen tons of bass, so we should be able to tie into one tonight.
Big bass, isn't it? No, it's bass.
No,
it's musky.
It's a muskie.
Got it. Nice. Yeah, baby! Creeper. Creeper will fool him. Look at how he just ate that thing. Here, I'll just grab it. I'll just grab it. Or should we throw him in the frable? Now I'll grab him. Nice big head on him. Sweet. Sweet. I just saw about a Go try this at home. That's a nice muskie right there. Nice big head on her. Look at, ate that custom color creeper. Yum yum. We thought it was a bass. I kind of thought it was bass. I saw about a 4-pound bass jump clear out of the water right next to my lure at the beginning of the retrieve. And then weight came up behind it, and as it got closer, we saw his fins sticking out of the water. And I'm like, dang, that's a muskie on this thing. Comes up and eats it right by the boat. Joe, do you got a pliers by chance?
Yep, right here, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, here, Joe, if you do me a favor and get this guy out.
Okay.
He can,
Get your face there.
come on. Oh,
There she goes.
she's loose. Hey, sometimes, you know, you're tired after work, but in the summer, you know, you get out for that last hour right in the evening, throw some topwater, maybe some suiks off some deep bars, and it'll pay off. It's definitely worth getting out there. You know, you get home from work, eat your supper, take a 5-minute nap, and then hit the lake for that last bite. It's actually the hottest bite at this time of year. That's a nice fish. What a beauty. She is ready to go.
Sweet.
Cool. Nice.
Lovely fish there.
Yeah, she's
Good to go.
gone. Ready to play another day.
Yeah, that fish came off about 15 feet of water. I mean, top water, you know, deeper water.
Yeah. Oh, was it? How
Oh, yeah.
close is that bar to us back here? Is it a little ways?
It's actually right off to the left here.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's it tops off about 3 feet
So
deep.
he was working off the bar,
Yeah.
and boy, he was right up on the surface after that. We're looking at it, we're like, what is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's a bass, and Joe's like, no, I think it's muskie, and then we could see the fins. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of bait fish working this corner of the lake, so we're like, we got to hit this.
Yep.
You know, that's key. Especially this time of night, you know, all that disturbance I think they're making on this top of the water just draws these fish right in here.
Well, that was a nice fish that I just caught here, and once again on a creeper. And you saw the way I grabbed that thing. That's not really the best idea. That's not the best way to do it. When you're experienced, you know, like I am, I've hand landed a lot of fish. You know, you start out with bass, and then you go to pike, and then you can handle a muskie eventually. You got to grab them just in the right spot. And but I really would not suggest it. The main reason why I do it personally is because when the fish has got this lure in its mouth, it starts rolling in the net, and that gets tangled up, and a lot of times it takes a lot longer for you to get the fish off and back into the water. So that is the main reason why I do it, because I can just grab them, grab the pliers, pop the hooks out, and put them right back in. But I really wouldn't suggest that. You know, I mean, you can definitely, I mean, you can really mess up your fingers. That fish can thrash the hook in you and get into your tenon. I mean, really mess your hands up. But use your own discretion. Fish on. What do we got here? Should be a muskellunge. Yeah, right there. Nice fish. Nice fish. I got a decent hook set in. Let's net this one, Joe. Let's net him. Coming around. Oh boy, he's in there. Coming around this way. Let's net him. Bring him. We'll bring him right in here. Good job, Joe. Nice. Nice, dude. Right here, Joe. Sweet. This guy's got to meet more muskies this year than just about anybody. That's a nice fish. Yeah, we had the creeper on at the last spot. We decided to fish one more spot here. That first fish messed my creeper up really bad. So I had this bulldog sitting here. And I've just been firing that thing out and just cranking it nice and quick right underneath the surface, just kind of working it. You know, these fish are up working, eating the mayflies and stuff. Ooh, boy. Sweet.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
that is nice. Well, I could have used a couple more of these in the tournament this weekend. Oh boy. See, there's a hook. There's a hook right there. Boy, at first it nailed it.
Yeah.
And it started coming towards me right away, and it just didn't feel like it had any weight behind it. I was just about to say walleye, I think. And then it gave me a real good head shake. I've got this pliers is snagged in here.
Yeah. These aren't the best players in the world, but
No, they're somehow snagged in there.
oh,
They're snagged really hard.
huh.
Shit.
All right, we got another pair.
I've got it, Joe.
Get it? You ready?
I'll get it. Yep. Thanks. Jeez, that was close. I felt the hook scrape.
I actually dropped my
This is a good sized fish.
hook good.
Yeah. Boy, this, I'll tell you what, do not overlook smaller lakes in your area. There are, I guarantee, in any lake with a good muskie fishery, there are fish that reach the 20-pound class. And I think that's right. This one's getting close. It's probably not right now. It's real early in the year. This thing is a lot of smoke. Let's bring her up. That's a nice muskie. Nice and thick across the back. Nice colors on her. Gosh, they are just beautiful fish out of this lake. That is cool. Thing's got an exceptional size head on her. Plenty big to take down a 14-inch dog. That's it. Boy, it's been one heck of a night. We decided to hit one more spot on the way back to the landing. Joe's like, there's one more spot, we gotta hit this. He saw a big fish, actually had a really big fish hooked. He said right off this point, we gotta work this point hard. And that's what we did, we just kind of worked nice and slowly along this point. And all of a sudden, bam, there he was. I was casting out actually towards deeper water. I don't know, it's probably working over about 8 feet of water, I would say. Just outside, there's some weeds back in the bay. Kind of a gravel shoreline point right here. And that was the ticket. We rolling? They just won't stop tonight. They just will not stop. Let's net them. Let's net them. This, I don't know, this thing is so green. There she goes. Seriously, this thing is so green. Oh my gosh, it's under the boat. I thought it was off. This thing is going nuts. I'm gonna be surprised if this thing doesn't go airborne. Come on, give me some air. Wow, look at this thing just shooting. It's just cruising. Not quite as big as the last two we've gotten. Can you get them? Go.
I'm not ready. Ready?
Yep. That thing ate it right at the boat. This thing has so much vigor in it, I can't believe it. I mean, it just crunched that bait. Okay, I got the pliers right here. Holy smokes, what a night of fishing. A triple.
Yeah.
That's almost like a home run.
Sweet.
Wow, it's a tiger.
Is it?
You guys, I think it's got some weird spots on it. It's a very odd colored muskie for this body of water. See that? It's a tiger muskie, isn't it? No? Boy, that's really odd with the spots like that.
Yeah, all the other fish been pretty clear.
And see that green across the back? All right, let's get her off the hook. Boy, it's got those hooks just buried. I don't even want to get my hand close to this thing. I mean, it's just... Joe, I just lost your frickin' pliers. It got caught in the net. In the net just... There's something else right here.
I got another pair right here. I actually lost my muskie pliers in the water just like that.
Seriously?
Another fish.
That is another nice muskie. That thing. They are just beautiful out of this lake. Seriously. My best night of the year so far. We've gotten 3, all of them in right around 40 inches. And boy, I am really intrigued by the color pattern of this one. I have not seen a muskie barred quite like that before. But we're gonna get this back, otherwise this thing's just gonna go sailing out of my hands like the first couple did. Smile for the camera one more time. Gosh. Boy, that water is so hot in here. It got close to 90 degrees, and I bet that water was just baking down in this shallow bay. Now we've worked up into a shallow bay here. Look at that. See you later.
He's a nice fish. Yeah, he was deeper. Nice little muskie. Just got out here trying this new lake this evening. We got a nice front coming in. Look at that beast. That's a nice looking muskie. He's hooked pretty good. He wanted that bait. He pelted her pretty good. We'll just scoop her up here and take a look at this girl. Yeah, we were fishing off kind of a deep hump here. And he was out kind of suspended on. We're at 32 feet right now. See a few ciscos laying around, and that's what it looks like he was out there feeding on. He was hungry. He ate that bait. Tony, if you just hand me a pliers. He's being nice and calm for the time being, but he's not done fighting yet. He's gonna go nuts here in just a second. Oh yeah, we got the. Let's try out that boat. That's what I was waiting for. Ooh, just about. You did a good job. All right, that's a nice muskie. You want to get a quick digital, Tony? Sure. This guy, and we'll get her back in the water. Got our quick pictures when we get this girl back in the water. We actually came out here for tonight. We were trying to get on the night bite. Gordy did real well last night, just after dark, and we just came out here kind of scouting this lake out. And I was just trying to try some deeper water and just see if we can get anything going. We didn't want to pound our weed spots right away until after dark and condition those fish to our lures. So we came out deep here and got an early one tonight. It's a nice looking muskie. Water's warming up a little bit. She's up in about the 70s, and these fish are really getting active. You can tell the spunk is really getting back in them. They're not that sluggish like they were about a week ago. We just got this fish out of the net. The net is still wet, and I just nailed another one. There, we just found their sister. This is a nicer fish.
You're standing over there.
This is a nicer fish. Boy, she's going. This thing just plowed it. We found a big ass pot of ciscos, and they just are low. This is a nice muskie. We'll get her into the net. Nope, not yet. This is a nice fish. Oh, I just popped that bait. Just popped it. All right, Tony, hang on. Okay, scoop her in. Good job. Good job, Tony. That's a nice muskie.
That's a nice fish there.
That's a nice fatty. Boy, we got on this little hump. Cisco's just stacked. And, well, that was my first cast after, wasn't it?
Yep, first cast after.
No, it was my second. That was my second cast after we just released the last one. All right, you just want to hand me the pliers again?
Right here, still wet also.
Yeah, this is a fatty. I think she's just about off. Jeez. That fish has got some brute force. That thing flew out of my hand like nothing.
This is a slob. This is my biggest of this year, that's for sure. That is a nice muskie. Let me get a better grip on her. That is a fat fish. This is what we're after. That is a cow. She's definitely well over. She's probably close to 25 pounds, I'd say. Get a good shot of her. Want this one going pretty good. She is just full of ciscles. Look at that belly. We'll get this guy back in. That is a big fish. Maybe get one of her in the water, Tony. Those pictures look real cool like that. Yeah, she's probably well over. I'd say that's a 25-pound class fish. We had real minimum. We don't want to keep these big girls out of the water like this too long. So we try to get them back in real quick. Got it. All right. That's a slob. That is a slob fish. She's good to go. Nah, it's not as big. You rolling? She's a bulldogging though. Ooh, just a bulldogging. Are we rolling? Yeah. Sweet. Here, let me evaluate the situation. Yeah, let's net her. Let's net her. Oh, not quite as big as Mark's too. We are, let me tell you, this early summer period is just unbelievable. I mean, if you hit it just right, and I think basically what we came to here is we had our first real warm snap of the season, where it was temperatures in the 80 degrees, approaching 90 degrees, and high pressure system. And last night I tripled up on 40-inch plus muskies, and this is another decent muskie right here. Nice muskie. We're gonna get her right back in the water and go for another one. Cool. Well, I can just about fit in that net right with the fish.
We got a bunch of wind pounding into some rocks here. Big wide open area, one small island with a bunch of rock facing into the wind. So we're gonna see if we can't pound something off the real rough water bouncing off these rocks. It'll get stuff stirred up and hopefully some fish stirred up too. You've got water pounding in like this. Some of your quieter baits like jackpot styles and gliders aren't always the best bet. We're going to use some a little bit tougher jerk baits, some suics, some spinner baits, big bladed spinner baits. Topwater works pretty good if you got some loud topwater. So we're going to see if we can't mix something up here and get it going. Here's one. That's a pike, I believe.
You're on the net, you're on the net.
Laura, pop that trolling motor. That's a 50-incher.
Nice fish, that.
Come on.
Oh. Nice. You're here. You're here.
Over here.
Got it. Easy.
Right behind you guys. Go, go, go. Oh, no, no, no. We're gonna have to go this side. We're on the rock. All right.
Oh, got her.
Nice.
Nice fish time.
I gotta get those off these rocks real quick here.
We're wrecking my boat here.
Yeah. we just gotta fish close to 50, I'd say, right up on the rocks. And we got wind pounding in the rocks. We gotta get the boat off, so we're gonna throw her out and throw in reverse and get us out a little bit deeper. But you don't want to move fast, so just, you know, hit reverse to hit neutral. You know, you just want to move nice and slow, not to drown the fish. But we should be far enough away from the rocks now. We can just drift now and take care of the fish and get her back in the water.
Nice fish time. Holy Lord. Oh.
We just got a monster fish off the rocks. The wind's pounding out here. We're gonna have a tough time finding any calm water nearby, so probably the best thing to do when you get a situation like this, leave the fish in your net, and then just drift with the wind and make sure you got the nose of the fish pointing into the wind. Right now you're better off having him like this than dragging him against the current. So we're just gonna let him catch his wind here. He's gonna be fresh here in a 30 seconds, 40 seconds here, ready to go. So we'll be back in a second.
And then release it.
We got a beauty on the rocks. It's ready to go. We'll get him back in the water. There she goes. Big, healthy fish.
Nice.
There she is. That wasn't her.
People always talk
Oh, I just got rocked.
rat.
Right against the
Right about there?
We lost our wind. It's right at dark. Sun's already down. So we're gonna hit some weed rock combinations. Hopefully we can get something to pop some topwater. We threw away the bucktails and the jerk baits. So hopefully we can get something to go here. Kind of getting into prime time here. Hopefully we pop one.
I'm gonna go with Loud Topwater pacemaker here from Senate's Tackle. And I decided to go with a Loud Topwater pacemaker by Senate's Tackle. Caught a few fish earlier today on it.
And I'm going with something quiet. So we'll see what they go on. See what they like. There it is. Holy cow.
Oh crap.
That's a big one there. Yeah, it's bigger than the one we got. Holy cow. That was a horse. We're talking a good 52 3-inch fish there. Wow.
Is it still rolling? I'm gonna try to pull a beaner here. That's where your partner has a fish up and you cast back at it and catch it. Hopefully I'm successful.
Nice one.
She's just strong. I kind of dig it when they clear the water when they hit it.
Good job, Lulu.
Hey, thanks, man.
Same thing there.
wind died down, we decided to move to some weed rock combinations, throwing a little top water right before dark. Caught a nice little fish on a pacemaker. Hit pretty good, cleared the water, put up a nice little fight, and now we're gonna let her go. And she's gone. Sorry.
That was it.
Got out here nice and bright and early this morning. Got a real clear water lake. Fishing some deep sandgrass weed edges. And boy, this guy woke me up. I was pretty tired after yesterday. This guy woke me up pretty quick. Nice muskie, really nice muskie. All right, get this guy off the hook here. Yeah, boy, just talking. We're out here. We're on this real deep weed flat. This lake is crystal clear. You can probably see down 15 to 20 feet during the day. And we decided to get out here real early this morning before that sun came up. Boy, you got me wet. And fish some of these deeper flats. Oh, cool, he got off right away. We can get this guy, get a look here at this guy and get him back in the water. Oh. You want to get your camera ready, Tony? Okay.
Got the net?
Yeah, I'll leave my net here just for a second. Yeah, boy, I had that lure sitting right on the bottom, 30 feet of water, and I stopped at a drink my soda, and there's a lot of sandgrass. And I just ripped that rod to get that grass off the bottom of my lure. And as soon as I did that, that thing just popped her. Just almost scared me there for a second. Wasn't expecting him. Oh, there he is. It's a nice fishy long guy. Real nice muskie. We'll get a quick shot of him here and get him back in the water. Good to go?
And just flogged a little bit.
Right. Yeah, he's long. There we go. Alright, we'll get this one back in the water quick. Yeah, that's a long fish. He's got no problem. Oh, that's nice. The least amount you can handle those fish like that, you see what happens. They just take right off. These water temps are peaking around 74 right now. And I mean, keep those fish in the water as much as possible. A quick picture, let them back in, and I mean, you should have no problem with your releases. Well, let's get another one here. Well, that's cool, that woke me up.
Here, I'm gonna, I'll probably just hand that on this one, Tony.
Tony, here, go scoot in the back and get back over here a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just hand land this one. Think that fish was hungry for that bait? Check that out. Holy smokes. All right. Mark just nailed a nice one. Oh my gosh, that thing has just got that thing piled in its mouth. Jeez. Okay, just coming off right now. I am gonna hand land this one actually. I'm just gonna get the pliers right here. And oh, he's got that one hook. Down there. Decent muskellunge. Kind of a smaller one, but most of the fish we've been catching out here have actually been, 40-inch, solid 40-inchers. This one's a little bit smaller, but still a heck of a lot of fun. I actually saw this thing come up and inhale. Ooh, came off pretty easy. That bait's caught a couple of fish. I'll tell you what, you get your money's worth out of these plastics. They might cost, $15, whatever, ruined after a couple fish, but this one, I think that's number 9. I'm pretty sure on that plastic, and a decent little musky, nice colors on her. But yeah, we're just working out here deep, and early morning bite later in the summer. It's working out pretty good for us. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a hog this morning. And this one will have no problem. This one will have no problem going down. Nice thick fish. Boy, this thing will really be nice when it gets up to 40, 45 inches. There we go. See that? Those are tooth marks. This thing has just been brutalized by the muskies. Kind of like this orangish color, you know, orangish brown. Looks like a lot of different, you know, somewhere between a sucker or a walleye or even a perch, you know, has a fair amount of orange in them and brown. So just a good overall color. Fish in the Magnum model. Like to thank those guys at Muskie Innovations, putting out some nice baits, catching lots of fish on them. Hopefully we can repair this one good enough to use again. Otherwise, we got a bunch more. So see you later.
Big fish. Nice big fish. Boy, she hit her hard. She didn't move at all. She just gave her a good hard wrap. Good hard wrap on her, and no head shakes at all. Just pulled like a log. She's not. Oh yeah, she's hooked good. Yeah, she is. Well, don't want to get that net out of the water. When they go down like that and you can't get them, take that net out of the water. I mean to holler at you, but if she comes back up and gets hooked in it. Well, I tell you what, I used to hate these plastics. And this is number 5 or 6 in the last few times I've been out. Over 40 inches on a plastic. Look at that girth. All right, we'll get her in the net here. Yeah, she's unhooking herself here. All right, good job, Tony. That's a nice muskie. Another bulldog fish. I'll tell you what, these plastics, they have really put the fish in our boat this year. Look at that. That is a nice Wisconsin muskie. That is a real nice fish. That's what we're looking for. Got some nice ones this morning. Decided to try a different lake, looking for the same stuff I've been fishing. This is it right here. This little deep sand grass. Doesn't look like much, but on a lake that doesn't have much structure, you find grass like this out in these deep flats. This is the kind of fish that we're pulling off it. All right, let's get a hold of the players here. A lot of wrapped in her face here.
I mentioned more about our morning bite.
Here she comes. Yeah, this morning, I'll tell you what, this morning bite's been on. This is our 3rd fish today. It's still pretty early in the day. All right, here I'll come up back, but you guys will get her back in the water. We want to keep as least amount of pressure on these fish as possible. Tony, probably get a shot of her in the water here too. But boy, is she a fat one. Is she a fat fish. She's looking good. Maybe snap one more quick one like that. That's a nice shot. I like getting these shots like this. All right. Yeah, boy. Just a solid, pulling up that break and cast on about 24 feet of water. Just pulling up that braid about my second sweep of the bowline, just a solid crack. And boy, she did not move. No head shakes, no nothing. Just kind of held her ground down deep and slowly came up. Boy, that is a thick fish. There, she's getting ready to go. Boy, she's pushing that 25-pound class. That's what we're looking for. There she goes, nice and strong. Boy, don't get much better than that. Early morning, sun's just getting up here to about 7 degrees. It's perfect weather to be fishing in. We got a minor front coming, and we seen that the front wasn't supposed to be until late this evening. And we decided to get out here a little bit early. You know, the pressure's probably changing right at this present time. And it's paying off. You know, we just tried this new lake. We've been out here probably a half hour. And the first time I've even been on this water, and that's what we got. So we'll try to get another one. I ripped my lure maybe twice, and we got one. Not very big. Here, let me just grab players here. Not very big, but that's a pretty good sign. You come up to a body of water, you really don't even fish. And first cast, well, second rip into my first cast, we get one. Let's get this guy off here without hurting him too bad. He's not even hooked right now, he's just around my line. Yeah, these smaller fish sometimes it's just better to do that rather than handle them too much. But yeah, that's not too bad. Fluorocarbon healing leader out pretty good. These new baits, these Triple D, this Eastside Research Company, we have got a lot of fish on these baits so far this year. A lot of nice fish too. But let's try for another one here. We'll see what happens on second cast. All right, this is my third cast. We just caught one on first cast. Seriously, this is nuts. Always, here's a lesson. When you troll, that's a decent fish. Oh boy, that's definitely a decent fish. Oh man, I'm gonna have to scoop this one. This one's gonna need a little bit of work. Here, one second. Here's a lesson. Whenever you troll, make sure you lock your leader or your drag back down when you're done trolling, because we were trolling yesterday at the end and I didn't drop my leader down. I go to set the hook, sure enough the thing just slips, but I'm just gonna net this one with the big kahuna. And boy, is she ever wrapped in a line. I don't know if we should be fishing in this spot anymore since we've caught 2 muskies in less than 5 minutes. We got a tournament coming up here, and this is probably might be a good spot to start. We'll go and see if any other patterns are working, but we'll definitely have this marked at kind of the top of our list for starting the tournament off on. Boy, rain, drizzly days have really seemed to be the key this year so far for the muskies. We had a 6-fish day on Sunday. Yesterday it was kind of sunny conditions. We only got out for a couple hours and we did have a couple thrashes, but no fish in the boat. And now today again, within 5 minutes we have 2 fish. We haven't fished this water since last year, so we're basically just going over old spots that we worked last year before the tournament. We ended up getting burned on the PMT Eagle River last year, but I don't know. We got the Muskie Spring Classic coming up this weekend, and it's looking pretty good. That's definitely a nice little muskie. That would be a great tournament fish. And this one will be just fine. She has a lot of spunk left in her. There she goes. That's money in the boat. Yeah. You get a hold of them, all right?
Should I grab them on the thing or grab them by the head?
Right under the, get your finger right under the gill right there.
I don't know if I want to get under that gill. That's where my hook is.
Here, can you go right like that?
You can grab them.
Here, let me get some.
There's a double hook on this one.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your finger.
Holy shit, it is. Yeah. I didn't know there's double on that one. I almost got her pretty good there.
That's fine.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was just gonna go reach on a little better and he just went crazy. Just the
balls. It's a fun fighter.
Oh yeah, it's a nice fish today. You're just kind of bringing it off now. Good job.
Darn it.
Wait, let's roll.
I thought he was a little bigger too. I don't. Oh.
Yeah, I'll let you get over this guy.
Nice little muskie. Oh. I'm not a fighter though, I'll tell you that much. That's 2 and not too long.
a nice little fish. He'll be just fine. All right, good job. I'll get the net time. Boy, when this thing hammered it, I was thinking we're talking well over 40 inches. You want to net this one for me here, Tyler? Actually, I'm going to try to get this one without getting the net. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing to net them, but if you can get them off the hook without having to get them all tangled up and stuff, that is a lot better. Tell you what, these triple Ds have been on fire this year. Basically what we've been doing is we're pre-fishing for the tournament out here on Eagle River Chain this weekend, the Spring Classic, and fished a couple spots. Tyler nailed 2 this morning already, and what we found the key is so far is we're working out on these mud flats, and I shouldn't be telling you this. We're looking out in these mud flats, and we're looking for where the mayflies are really coming up. Where there's, you know, a huge expanse of the mud flats. I knew he was just resting here. I better get this guy off the line. Huge expanses of these mud flats here where the mud flat or the mayflies are really coming up on. This is a good sized fish here. Excellent tournament fish. But then there's also large areas that came off real nice and easy. There's large areas also that there's not near as many mayflies coming up on, and basically we're just looking for the thickest concentrations, and that's definitely a good little tournament fish there. That's cool. Nice colors, not beat up too bad. Cool. Let's get a couple of those tomorrow. We're not quite as worried about burning fish out, and we're fishing vast expanses of these flats, and there's just numbers. There are tons of fish out here. It's a bright day. We're using bright lures, and you know, that's kind of a general rule, and it seems to really work. Just ripping them, lots of good triggering action, and that's how we're getting it done.
Well, we got the one we wanted. I'll just see if the fish is going to cooperate for a change. One thing about bouncing the way is your stuff gets tangled so easy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch up to some spinner baits, single hook spinner baits. One, because you can cast through them, and 2, you really don't want to throw stuff with trebles in there and then rip all the reeds out, and, you know, and kind of, I mean, these bulrushes here have been pretty much just wiped out in the last few years, so I really don't like to pull out any more than we have to. So you just throw spinner baits in the bulrushes. These particular ones we're throwing are Grim Reaper spinner baits. Hello? Yeah. What's up? No. What, I mean, can I just put the quiver I got on it right now? Okay. Alright, that's what I'll do then. Off. Okay. Alright, man, cool. See you. Ordering a new bow today, so I had to get all the pieces fit for it. No wonder that guy was getting so many backlashes last night. Reel seats light fucking come off. And don't be afraid to cast right up in these rushes. I mean, you know, right through them and just and burn them. You know, keep them up right at the surface. That way you can see fish falling pretty good. Then if you see one falling, obviously, you know, do some moves, you know, like a zigzag or something like that, or even you know, sometimes it works too is gurgling the blades. You see one waking up behind it, lift your rod tip up a little bit, get them blades where they go across the surface, and sometimes they'll hit when you do that. All right. All right, let's do it. See if we can find that giant fish that was in there. Where do you want us to fish? What's that? Where do you want us to fish? Up front. Gonna take front. God, even if we were to raise that great big one just to get it on video. Probably close to 57 inches. It was oh, it's definitely the biggest fish I've ever seen up here in Minnesota, and possibly the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life. My client called me the next day at work and said he couldn't even work. He was just all day long, all I could think about was that fish he raised. I can't blame him. And the crazy thing is we went like just a little bit farther, raised about a 50, and then saw another one about 53. It was just like, oh. Tony.
Yeah.
He turned it on this thing.
It turned off and it came right at this thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
What the hell is he doing right there?
He was following your lure, Gordy.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I didn't have my lure in the water anymore. All of a sudden, just.
He was following your lure, and then he switched over to Mark's.
He was following yours, so he shot over this side.
Well, I know, that's why I pulled mine out. I figured that maybe you'd hit on a DZ.
Up right there.
God, did you see how fast he's coming in on me?
Holy shit. That was doing about 90 coming at me.
Yeah, I saw it.
This fish is, I think that was a different fish too. It didn't look as big.
No, yeah, that's it.
That was like a 42, 43.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, yeah.
That fish was hot.
It didn't look like high 40.
Oh, no, it was just a different fish.
Sweet. Now, sometimes can you come back and fish these spots right in the evening and get them to hit, or?
Sometimes. You know how it is. There he is.
Holy shit, that thing is sailing at it.
That son of a that looked like a 38 incher. I mean, that looked like a different one. Oh, you just missed one. You just missed one on the pacemaker. See that? Right up on top. Get her right back in there, Shane, behind it. And that might have been one of those get out of my spot strikes at it, but get her right back in there and piss her off again. Yeah, we just had a blow up on the pacemaker out here in about 1.5 foot of water right up on top of the reef, and it kind of tell it was one of those get off my spot strikes. Didn't even eat the bait, just kind of blew up on it, and now she won't even look at another bait, follow out. We can't even get a look at her, so odds are it was just a excuse me, get off my reef strike, and that was probably about it. Did look like a big fish though. See if we can't just annoy the hell out of her and hit. It was actually the first fish that we caught on this bait, this lowrider. We had a fish come up and swipe at a lily tail, pretty big fish, you know, so I gave my other client this and made one more pass through there. 48 just creamed this, and I ended up following it up and hitting like 5 feet from the boat. It was so awesome. So we'll just give her a different look. There you go. Working pretty fast too. Things have like a foot high rooster tail to kick up too. Okay. There's one picky fish.
set for Cancun next year.
Tug's rolling in front of the boat. I hate fish on his back from side to door.
Yeah.
That's about that front.
See how I missed that thing?
Yeah.
A little too fast for you there, buddy? Can't catch up? Come on, that could have been the fish.
Eat your what?
Halibut or something? Holy cow.
Knock you off the
I'm
back
not
of the
even going to be
boat.
able to see now.
Yeah, nice fish. Nice fish.
Big fish. Oh, get that trolling motor.
Boy, she wants to go right in that damn motor.
You got a line out.
There's a line out. Who's got the line out?
Okay, yeah. Gonna need the light over here. Got her.
Nice job.
Alright, big fish, man. Alright, good deal, man.
That was sweet.
Yeah. That's a big fish.
Oh, I just saw the glimpse of that lure. Also, just seen this big white mouth just come up.
Yeah.
Wham!
Yeah.
Awesome.
This fish is pretty big, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at the size of that head.
Heck yeah, that's the first thing I've seen.
This is probably a 30-pound fish. I'll bet she ate it. Oh, it's just right there. On a lunging tail. Give me the angle, fish.
Boy, she's pushing that magic number.
I know.
Cool.
So, yeah, she is punching that magical number. Woo, baby! Big fish, man.
That light is kind of bright, isn't
I'm
it?
shaking and I didn't even catch it, you know? I'm not even see her yet. Yeah, we don't even know how big it is and how long it is and all that fun stuff. Dude. Oh, get this big girl out of that. Oh. Alright. You got a hold of her?
Yeah, she's got some spunk. This is a Minnesota hog.
Holy cow!
Damn! We just got up here, been up for about a matter of 3 hours. Came out with Chad Kane, moving some fish. Came up one of these spots where we've seen a big fish before. We're in here 5 minutes and pull this hog out of the water. By far my biggest muskie I've ever caught. This guy's awesome. This guy, Chad puts many fish like this in the boat every year. Or you can bring a client out and put him on a fish like this. That's top of the line.
Okay,
Back in.
and then we'll measure in the water.
Let's get her back in. That thing is heavy. Holy, look at this thing.
I'll take, you and I just need to switch.
Okay.
Like where we're at. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna swing her head this way.
Okay.
And you come and grab her
Here,
head.
I'm in the net.
Okay. Or you, someone grab her head and just kind of hold her there straight.
Boy, is she a sound.
Okay, and you just tell me when it's right on her nose. Right there. 50, see? Right there. See, I'm on.
Yep.
I'm on
Yep,
50.
you're
It's
on
a 50. It's a 50 incher,
It's
man.
a 50, baby.
Yeah!
Woo! Holy
Look at this, you guys. You getting this? Look at this fish. This is a heavy fish.
That is a horse.
I bet that fish is close to 35 pounds, don't you think? 34?
Oh, yeah. That is a horse.
Holy shit. On a lunging tail.
Yep.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. She's upright on her own. Look at, I don't even have to touch her. She's
She'll
fine.
be good.
You ready to go, girl? Oh, yep, she's kicking.
There she goes.
Straight down. Yeah!
Awesome.
the intro, man.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Let's go celebrate with some beers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Holy
Good job.
shit, there she is.
Yes. We're on Lake Minocqua.
No, we're in northern Minnesota. Start all that one over.
All right, we ready? Northern Minnesota, came up here, came out here fishing with Chad, pulled up to this spot. Well, actually, we fished some other spots out here, moving some nice fish today, nothing would go. New moon day. Knew it was the best, one of the best days here to get on the water, you know, during those best moon phases. Pull up to this spot, saw my ledger tail coming in, all of a sudden right behind it, just this big blind ball shucks right on that bait.
Both sides dry.
She set the hook, comes back down, the rest is history, we've seen it. Net her up, Chad did an awesome job at the net, put us on probably the best spot of lake to catch a big fish like this. I mean, it's just, that's my first legal 50-inch fish I've ever caught by lake.
Absolutely
And
awesome.
thanks,
Man.
dude. That's great.
Awesome, man.
So,
Yeah, let's go drink some beer.
That's what I gotta do tomorrow is get the thing to a high performance right there. £35. Alright, you stupid fish. I've always wanted to miss a big fish on a jackpot. Here's my chance.
Mr. Greg Thomas, professional muskie guide. We're just gonna throw in a silver spider pretty quick. Oh, you see them.
I just had a 50 come on, sideways from the bait, and it just out of the water and just back here.
I had one. I don't think she's quite 50. The same one I had up last night, right over there behind the Topwater.
Get her.
This, I'm still shaking this one. It was a big fish. You want to grab that, Bob?
That noise.
Here we go. First and last muskie for me for the trip.
Nothing a little too big. Holy Christ. Yeah, see you another month. Yeah, come on. What the hell are them? Where'd them come from?
Did you see that one? I hate when they call them zigzag baits and they get you in hammerlock air. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far out here. One of our buddies in the other boat looked like he got about a mid-40s. He couldn't tell. They were lifting it up. It was thrashing. It was making some big sounds at the boat. We've had 3 fish come in pretty hot here this morning. All of them over 40 inches. One of them real nice fish, probably a 30-pound fish. Just can't get them to bite. They've been getting fish to go. So clouds and cool weather seems not to have affected the fish too much. And I know what they're waiting for. It's this ladies first deal. We got Laura Morrison coming up from down in the cities one of the few women muskie fishermen that I know. She owns Muskies 101 website, muskies101.com. Great fisherman herself. She's got a 50-incher already this year under the belt. And,
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? She ate the fat boy. Oh my God, that fish was incredible. She ate very big. Oh, she's over 4 inches. I'm doing the walk here. Okay. Well, this is called the tight ropes of muskie fishing. What do you think about this? I'm gonna fall in the lake. Look at that. That's a 40, 42. Did you see that? Oh my God, she was snaking all over it. I got her pretty good, actually. Oh my God, she was snaking on that thing. Look at her out there. Oh, look at that. My phone's are ringing. She's a jumping. Oh God. You know what? When you got your cell phone on here, guys, you need to, I guess, turn it off. I'll have to call this guy back. In the middle of something here. She's going under the boat. Let's look at her. She's coming up. We got her hooked pretty good here, guys. That's a 40-incher. That's a 40. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those runs. I think she's about done here. I think we can almost net her. Well, maybe we can almost net her. Oh my God, that fish was so aggressive. That fish was so freaking aggressive. These fish here just fight so hard. Up in this 2-foot sand. She came up on it, just snaking. Oh. Just snaking up towards the bait. Now we're down to 1. That was cool. Look at the spots on this one. One hook right in the bottom lip. Get it out. Look at that. Huh? Nice 40-incher. Nice. Colors on her, the spots. Northern Minnesota. Let's put her back. Nice thick one too. She's ready to go. She's kicking. She's just chilling out. That's cool. We've had 3 fish come up this morning. All of them kind of aggressive, but none of them really super aggressive. And that one just came up like a bull charging. That right there, that was cool. I sped it up just a little bit on her and she got right up on it. I kind of slowed it down, popped it twice, and she couldn't resist it and ate it. That was cool.
Fish on! Woo! Out here with Greg Thomas this morning, and fishing's been pretty good. Oh yeah, this fish just came and hammered it about 10 feet away from the boat or so. Wow. Yeah, Greg just nailed a pretty nice fish himself. Ooh, she's ripping a little drag here. Ripping some drag. Got her right in the corner of the ball. Should be hooking pretty good. We'll take an netter here. Nice. They are going hot. Woo! It's been a pretty good trip so far. Oh, that's a decent fish. Kind of a challenge netting them yourself here. Sometimes she's pretty well played out though. There we go. Got that girl in the net. That is a blast. That is a blast. Woo! Boy, that's a little bit bigger than I think I was estimating, man. Probably tried to get an accurate measurement on this girl. Man. Oh yeah. Jeez. Glad I got my rain gear on. Oh, 51 inch, man.
That is a freaking hog. I was saying low mid 40s at first. Pulled this thing out of the net and I'm like, whoa, that thing is way bigger than that. That is a freaking tanker. What a beautiful fish. But I'm gonna get this go right back in the water. My first 50 ever. Thanks, Greg Thomas. Holy smoke. Woo! Oh my God. Oh my gosh, dude. Jeez, what a horse. She wants to go now. She's kicking. Boy, I just caught that fish in this red lunging tail. See red, they see blood. It just makes them hungry.
Yeah, it seems like your fish are coming out like that 4-foot stuff. Maybe they just moved out here a little bit. Ah, shit, I made it turn too tight. Darn it. Over to the right, to your left, Laura. Should be straight down in front of you.
Throw that one?
That's the way.
You want me to throw it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's the one I caught the fish on this morning.
That's what I got. That's exactly the same one I got mine. 15 and a half. Huh?
The one you got your 15 can on?
Yeah.
I had like how many? 5 fish walked out this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this one. Mine doesn't have hooks on it.
Well, the boat right now is sitting in 2-8. Here, can we take that?
Yes, please.
I'll set it back here. I'm trying not to. Nice line there. You ever, what'd you do? Take it on a hacksaw before you brought it out? Oh, she's shaking her head. Same thing at red. I better watch wearing my shirt. It's red too. I may get bit.
Where's your little net?
My little net's back there. She ain't quite ready yet. She's nice fish, 40 inches or so. Oh, I don't know what else now. Spotted guy. Why is she shaking her head? Oh, look at her. This clear water, you can see them real nice. Oh, look at the spots on that one. It's like a leopard. And she's off. Another one on the lunging tail. Another one on the lunging tail. Old red here's been pretty good. Let's get her out. Look at her. We'll put her back. Alright, if this ain't the big kahuna, then
Do you want me to do that for you?
Yeah. oh, woman's assistant here. Ow! Oh, that hurt. Yeah, don't stick your finger in their mouth. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that hurt bad.
Are you sure you don't want me to help you with that?
Oh. Quit it. There we go. I will come in there. I will come in there and get you.
This is Greg's first day on the job.
I've always wanted to catch one of these.
Greg Thomas, Bluegill Guide Service.
Yeah. Perch madness.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, look at the color. That's maybe a tiger. You think maybe it's a tiger? You know more about biology than I do, Laura.
I don't know.
She's tagged.
Most of the...
There's a tag in this one. Look at that.
Oh, very cool.
Fish has been tagged up here. This may be a tiger. The spots are connected.
They are. I've never seen a Minnesota one that looked like that.
I haven't either. I mean, that may be. It's either just a really, cool Leech Lake strain, or it's a tiger. It's still a nice fish, so let's put her back.
Let me get out of your way. Oh, okay. Go
You slide around you. She's still got a lot of energy. She's not a real fat fish. She's just a nice one. She may be. Look, she's got the spots on her back. The lines. These fish. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna take off right now. Look at the tag here and see if we can. See if we can get a number here. It's so corroded. I don't know. I don't know if that's something from the DNR doing or if it's a personal fish that somebody caught and just tagged, but that is kind of cool. I think she's getting ready to go. There she goes. Thank you.
Nice work. Fish hog.
Cool.
Congratulations, Greg!
Well, let's get another. It's your turn now. You gotta catch one. Yeah, these fish have teeth. If you guys don't know that. Don't lip them. It's my tip of the day. I need to catch one that's like 90 years old and just gums. Yeah, I come up here basically in the summertime. I'm originally from Kentucky and spend my springs and falls guiding down there, but you know what people don't realize is that in the south, you know, the heat and the temperature really becomes a factor on our fish, and you know, I'm not out to kill the fish or to hurt them in any way, so the main thing that I'm looking to do is actually go somewhere and try to catch fish and not be able to hurt them because of water temperatures. The water temperatures in the south, you know, in the summertime, like right now, are up in the mid to upper 80s, even low 90s. And if you catch a fish in those kind of conditions, a lot of times you will hurt it, and a lot of times it's going to die on you. So I just come up here to northern Minnesota, and I'm up here July 1st, usually through about the middle of September, fishing around. Right now we're at the end of August, and you know, the weather conditions go up and down. You know, last week it was, you know, it was Kentucky hot. It was 90 degrees every day. The water temperatures jumped up there to the upper 70s, which is really warm for up here. And we've had some cold fronts go through here. We had a nasty front move through yesterday morning, and you know, 40-mile-an-hour winds and on making the lake pretty rough. So basically what's happened is we had this cold front move through, which traditionally is pretty tough on fishing, but I think it's actually helped. It's pushed a lot of these fish up real shallow. The water temperature's dropped. And you're getting a lot of new fish up here, and I think that's why they're biting so good, is because they're new fish. They haven't been conditioned to lures yet, and most of the fish are coming in pretty hot and heavy right now, and I think that's going to play in our favor. It already has, but I think we're even coming into a good bite later today, and even going into tonight ought to be a really good bite. But you know, it just goes to show you, we're out here on a bluebird day. It's with a north wind. You know, it's pretty chilly out. It's a little too cool for a t-shirt. Nice cast there, by the way. A little too cool for a t-shirt out here, so, but it's comfortable fishing, and you know, traditionally not your perfect muskie day, but I tell you what, we got one monster in the boat this morning and 2 other nice fish, and you know, seen a lot more, so you just never know. You know, you just gotta get out there whenever you can and try to catch the darn things.
The hot ticket.
Do I gotta follow? Do I have a follow?
Oh, hog, 2 of them.
There's one right there. At least one jump. Oh my God, did you see that? That's a big fish. That's a lot bigger fish than what I thought. That's a lot bigger fish than what I thought. That looks mid-40s. That looks mid-40s. She just hit that right up close to the boat there. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, she's gonna come up again. She's going down. She just kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her towards you here. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at her mouth. Oh my God. She just friggin' ate that thing. Oh my gosh, look at that gator grin there. Oh my gosh, that's a nice fish. That's definitely mid-40s. To you. Try to turn her here, Laura.
Oh yeah, we're calling the boat. Bring her back.
Oh, there you go. Nice job. Oh. Let's go pull. Where's that? Right there. Nurse. Now, don't you bite me. Don't you bite me. Don't you bite me. Don't you bite me. Oh, good. Good, good. She's loose. Yep. Nice. Luke makes a good bait.
I know. I like this bait a lot.
The zigzag topwater. All right. Fat boy does it again. Nice mid-40s. Real thick, real heavy. This one's a little bit clearer than the other ones that we've gotten out here today. Nice fish. Just come up and just nailed the topwater. I mean, we're just popping it along. We'd hit a lull here. We hadn't seen a fish in what, 3-4 hours? Nothing. Then all of a sudden, bam. This fish just roars up right up next to the boat and just swallows the bait. Laura, you want to catch one today?
You know, that'd be really nice if you guys quit hogging the fish.
Sorry about that. That Southern hospitality isn't quite in effect right now, is it?
I don't like you guys so much.
There she goes.
Sorry, I scared her.
Awesome. Well, now that was definitely pretty cool, but I think the best is yet to come, though. The evening bite's going to be here, and I think we're just now getting into it. You're trying to catch one. That fish was... Let's shoot it again. Good job, Laura. Good job. Good job. Nice job there, Laura. Still got her?
Yep.
Oh. I gotta get this line out of the way.
Oh,
There you
you got her.
go. We're down.
Ready? Okay, you ready? She's coming this time.
Laura, that's mid-upper 40s. That is mid-upper 40s. Give me a hug. That is awesome. Did you see that? That thing just... That was so cool. That was so cool. That was so... That's bigger than
Okay,
one
the
I
stress
caught.
factor is high because I got two people hovering going, there it is, there it is.
When you slowed that down and just started walking it real slow, I mean, all she did was, it was just like... inches.
45?
Yeah.
This is the longest 45 inch I've ever caught. My hair's in my face.
Oh, I got that picture. Maybe I measured it wrong.
That's not 45. I gotta set her down.
All right, lay her down in the water, then we'll measure her in the water.
Okay.
Let me get the net out of the way here.
I don't think it's 45. You ready to go, young lady? Go ahead. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Game on, boys. Thank you.
Thank you. That was cool. That was awesome.
So I totally broke a nail on the last fish. I'm not happy about the nail, but we're gonna continue through the night since we've got, what, 5 fish so far in the boat?
Trooper.
Yeah, I'm gonna tough it up and continue to fish the rest of the night. Okay.
God, there he is. Oh my Lord, he hit right out from the boat. This is another big fish. This is another big fish. This is another big fish. Oh my gosh, this one's big. This one's big. Oh my, look. She just strip and drag. I can't do nothing with this one. Honestly, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is a big fish, guys. Oh my gosh, she hit the freaking lowrider. Jesus. Holcomb tackle, man. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this one.
Tell me when you're ready.
This one is way over 50, guys. I mean, this is a monster fish here. This is a monster fish we're talking about. Laura, I'm going to bring her to you, okay? I'm going to bring her to you there.
Turn around.
All right, take her. Take her now. Take her now. Take her now.
I'm trying.
Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Oh my God! Look at that! That is the biggest fish I think I've ever caught. Look at that! Holy crap! That fish right there. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at that. That is huge. That is huge. Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah!
She's heavy.
Oh,
She's heavy.
jeez. Oh my God.
Handle this by yourself?
I don't know. Let's get, bring her over this way.
I'm stepping on something here. I don't know what it is.
It's loose. It's loose. Alright, folks, I don't know how big that one is. That's a big fish. Here, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna get a girth on her. I'm gonna get a girth on her. You know what? Yeah, here it is. Oh, this is nice. Somebody need a whistle? Always lies to me. So they always look bigger until you actually put the measuring tape on them. Find the fattest part. I got a 22. Looks like we're looking at about 22 here on the girth, but she's 22 there, and she's 22 here. Oh my God, this fish is heavy. This fish is heavy.
Oh my God.
Oh, look. Look at this fish. Look. I mean, this right here, folks, is a muskie. Northern Minnesota in the summertime. This day is just unbelievable. This is fish number 6 up here, Northern Minnesota fishery.
Hold it down more.
Yeah, move your thumb, move your finger. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right. This fish is so freaking heavy. This is the second 50-incher today. The second 51-incher. This fish right here is just an absolute cow. I mean, oh my gosh. I got a 50-incher yesterday and a 51 today. Gordy got a 51 this morning. We've had just an unbelievable 2 days. It doesn't happen like this all the time, but it can if you hit these lakes right. This fish. Look at the eyes on this thing.
Nice fish, Greg.
Real thick. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. 2 51s, 2 45s, a 40, and a 38 today. And we still got prime time. Let's get going. Oh my God, Laura had about a 48 just jumped out of the water. The fat boy.
Oh my God. That scared me. Oh my God.
Oh, it's been a long day. We moved a lot of big fish this morning. Finally started getting some action here. Sun just went below the trees and we just had a jump. Sure. We just had a good follow, and all of a sudden we just pegged one finally. I can see that on our way. It's a little bit green yet.
Yeah, see that? Not even one crank, dude.
Oh, good old bucktail.
Nice little fat little guy, huh? Alright, let's take him off. There's them all.
Bring her around again. Alright. Nice fish. Nice fish. Good action this morning. The sun was just coming up. We moved some big, many 30-pound class fish. And mostly dead all day. We moved a couple more fish. And we've been waiting all day for the sun to go down. Kept on fishing. We're on about our 10th hour of fishing. We haven't seen much. About in the last 6. That sun's just getting behind some clouds. Bingo right away.
First time handling a muskie here with this caliber.
Yeah, he's used to usually getting about 45's pretty small fish for this guy. It's a nice fish.
Yes, he is.
Good sundown, baby. She's gonna come up. All right.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for. After all day casting, this is a brand new bait. I've literally got holes right through the darn thing. Oh, there she is, another Minnesota muskie. This lake kicks out some hogs. Topwater right in even one all day, no fish. Finally, right at sundown, this girl hit. Been seeing them all day, finally got one to go. We'll get her back in the water.
That's a cool looking fish though.
Oh yeah,
Just look at his
not
back.
even a mark on her.
See, I told you the spotted ones don't count.
This is spotted.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
She wants to go. You're all right. There she goes.
Ready? Yeah. She's all right now. Yeah. Muskies. Get her head down. On the 8. We go. Bemidji muskies. Muskie Nut Guide Service. A pretty fish. Get her back. She's ready to go. Oh, is that pretty? Nice job. Look at you. It's a double. Hi, I'm Steve Cady from Muskie Nut Guide Service. I'm a guide in the Brainerd, Bemidji, and there's one right behind it. Not very big, but anyways, as I was saying, I'm a guide in the Brainerd, Bemidji, Cass Lake area. Do a lot of my fishing on Cass Lake. Through Break on the Lake Resort. Today we're on a small lake just north of there. You'll have to call me to find out what it is, but you can visit my website. It's muskienut.com, muskynut.com. Today we're fishing a small lake north of Cass Lake, and most of these lakes up here are real clear lakes. You can see down 7-8 feet easily. Fish get spooked. We're fishing the morning today, and perch follow in, lures even, but we're fishing the morning today, and as soon as that sun gets a little bit higher, fish will go deep and you won't see much at all. So right now we're keying in on cabbage on this end of the lake. Not much going on. We're out on a holiday weekend today, and there's nobody out here. There might be one other muskie boat, and that's kind of the way it is up in the Bemidji area. There's not a lot of muskie fishermen. Man, there's a lot of muskies. 58.5 inch muskie came out of Cass, and that's verified actually because the guy kept it. And there's some monsters up here. Now that we're September 1st, fishing really picks up. It's kind of a lull in August, so it's a lot tougher, a lot of night fishing. But now come September, they'll really turn on, and the big fish start showing up. Fish! The pike. No. Anyways, back to it. Playing tangenette. There's lots of little of these guys too. Hang on. Mississippi River's up here. Like I said, it starts in Bemidji at Itasca State Park. You can go out on the river and not see another boat, much less a muskie fisherman. And if you know a guy by the name of Jim Linder,
He's on the Mississippi quite a bit and does well.
I'm a certified muskie dog.
You are? Did you get a shot of that? Show him that.
Certified muskie nuts.
A lot of different tactics work out here as you come into fall season. We are now. Jerk baits will really turn on. There's an awesome reed bite where the big fish go up in the reeds. They're in a foot of water, 2 feet of water, like these reeds behind me here. They'll go right up into those and just sun themselves and come up there with a inline bucktail or like an eagle tail or a spinner bait. Man, fish just pound them. Great topwater bite. As we get a little bit later, something that's not done a lot in Minnesota is live bait fishing, and we're limited to one line here. So you can only have out. You can't decoy, as they say, and have a sucker out and be casting. So it's underutilized. If a guy was to come up and wanted to catch some fish, man, if they can put up with sitting in the boat a little while and not doing a lot of movement and maybe bringing a handheld casino game or something, there's going to be some awfully big fish caught in this area. I ain't giving up on you yet. Day on a Bemidji area lake. We got one, saw a couple of nice fish. I'd like to thank Greg from Crystal Piers Marine for cranking up the boat and hanging out with, and the guys from Badfish Outdoors. Hopefully we can get nasty with them again sometimes. Thanks. Sometimes.
Oh no! Did you just get that on camera?
See, there's some other life jackets. Oh, I do have 4 in here. We are legal.